Welcome to Nashville Fairgrounds. We are here for the 13th race of the MRL Cup Series, which also happens to be our throwback / anniversary week. This will be the anniversary of MRL going public. So be sure to look out for one-off schemes, which you'll never be able to see anywhere else, including MRL. And with that, we also have a recap of our D3 race that took place here on Thursday night. Let's go take a look. And green flag here in Nashville. Artura does send it low. We're already 3 wide coming into first. We're into turn 1. Oh, and Artura sends the entire field up. Artura takes the lead off of that. Oh, 3 wide to the line. It's going to be Artura who leads us to the first lap.
Oh, Bryce. Gonna start pulling
3
away.
wide per second. Oh, teammate on 2 wheels. Chip actually. Oh, never mind. I was going to say Chip looking pretty good, and he turns hard left.
What did I say?
Turns hard left.
Yeah.
Tiger.
At least he's with the pack, right?
True.
You don't usually see him with the pack.
Oh,
come on.
teammate hammering away at the bumper to 37. Not going to do too much for him, though, as Bryce starts to pull away slightly. Chip is back into the order. He's making a late race comeback. Well, I say late race. It's 15 laps in.
Yeah, we're...
Oh, great line from Bryce there. Better than the entire field at that one.
Oh, yeah.
It's now his turn to lead this hungry pack. 10 moves up a little bit. Bryce going to take advantage. Gets into the door of the 10 a little bit. Oh, they get bumper locked. That might be a caution. It is indeed a caution. Teammate racing and commentating. Indeed, Radiant. He is helping me not fall asleep. And we're green. I was not ready for that at all. Artura getting sent up to the top wall. Chip muscling down. Chip might try to lead a lap. Not quite. Artura powers through on the outside.
A warning. Probably got off the gas because of that warning. Artura's not going to leave enough room.
Wait a minute. Chip is actually going to lead a lap. No, the 10 takes it last second. That's tragic. Chip almost led a lap. I have it to not auto stop, so we're still good.
Oh! Okay, well...
Oh, and there's a caution. The 10 gets hooked up on the 88. That's going to be a lifesaver for Artura. Because he was real close to needing to pit there.
Did he pit?
He better have. I didn't see, but he better have.
I don't think he did. Because it was me and... No, he did not pit, because Chip didn't pit. Actually, he might have. I don't know. I wasn't looking for mine.
I need my inside man. What's happening?
Chip's speed was broken because he entered pits, so he's gonna get a grid drop.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Oh, and he's gonna get a drive-through now.
Did he speed?
No, he went through pit boxes.
Oh no. And here we go. Green flag back out of Nashville. Archer, make sure to go real deep there. Oh, everyone gets sent up a lane or two.
Yeah.
Chip gonna have to serve his drive to this time. Does he do it? We'll have to find out. No, he doesn't. He missed the pit road. Oh no, this is a tragedy. And he's now stopped in turn 3 on the apron. Oh no, this could be bad.
Gonna have another caution because
car stopped. Okay, never mind, he's out. Okay, he just...
And he DNFs. Oh, he got disqualified for not being able to serve a penalty.
Truly unfortunate. One day Chip will finish a race.
Ooh, and a suspension possibly.
Ooh.
So, Chip might not be coming back for a little bit.
One day Chip will finish a race. Oh, Artura does come into pit.
He goes.
Does he speed? He does not speed. But that is going to kill his run. Oh, he's AFK. Never mind.
Oh, that's not great.
That's not good. Well, there's another one off the board for a little bit. Oh, Bryce coming in too.
Oh, he's going to block the pits. Okay. Hope no one has to pit in the next 20 laps.
Does Bryce have a drive-thru? No, he's getting fuel. Bryce came down with you though, right?
Yeah.
What?
Not the last caution.
Oh, It's because he holds the gas through the corner. That's why. Tries to get a run.
Try to get a switchback. That wasn't it. He's gonna try something. He might be waiting for that last lap. He goes for the switchback.
He's gonna hound the bumper. And last lap, white flag here at Nashville. What's the 10 gonna do?
Low.
Goes low. He backs out. 88 goes high. The 10 sends it. He's to his bumper. Can't quite get there. What's he gonna do? Goes all the way to the bottom. He's gonna send it. It's legal. Does the 80 get the switchback? No, he doesn't.
No, I don't.
And the 10, with the most patient play I've ever seen in D3 and possibly MRL, pulls the last lap, last corner pass beautifully, completely legal, no apron, barely even any contact. Oh my, that was class.
I gotta say, that was a pretty eventful race, even though we only had 2 cautions. Nashville never disappoints, right, Coma?
Indeed, it does not, T-Man. That was definitely one of the more exciting races out of the 2 we've had so far, both in throughout D2 and D3. I definitely enjoyed watching that one more.
Yeah, and even though I didn't win, I'm still very happy about how it came out. I mean, what a respectable... I mean, he went all the way down, nearly 4 tires under the apron, but not illegal.
Yeah, he somehow made it work. I mean, he was setting you up, I gotta say, 3 or 4 laps, and you even anticipated it. I mean, he was being very respectful. He never moved too early, and then even though you saw it coming, he wiggled. There was absolutely no more room on the bottom. If he went any lower, it would have been an illegal pass, but he somehow made it on through and got the win for it.
Recapping on Chip. Chip did in fact get disqualified from the race and then got a season-long suspension because he reached 15 penalty points, so he won't be coming back for the rest of the season. And even with this new licensing system that we were trying to implement, he might not even be able to come back for a long while, so that'll be definitely interesting. So Coma, what do you recommend to the D1 drivers for running this racetrack?
Well, it's funny that you say that because I am actually going to be actively crew chiefing for the entirety of All-Star Racing, minus Evento here. And the biggest thing that we're working on is, well, it kind of varies between drivers, but the majority of it is we've been working on just playing passive, keeping our nose clean, getting as little penalties and warnings as we can so we can have more room towards the finish. The biggest thing, it's all about protecting the bottom. As short track, it's all about the bump and run. Get under someone's nose, move them out of the way, and just battle it out. So the way you protect that is you dive down the bottom earlier, so even if they hit you towards the bottom, not the top. Now, for other drivers, we are also working on more aggression. So it's kind of an opposite effect depending on who we're talking about. So got a bunch of strategies to try out. It'll be fun to watch. And as I was saying before in the intro, it is our 1-year anniversary where Yummy made MRL public, available to everyone to race. We actually got a word with him before the race started. We asked him a couple questions such as what MRL meant to him, how he got it started, and what the plans are in the future. So here's Yummy.
Where did the idea for MRL come from?
Kind of just a random thought. Always enjoyed motorsports and racing, and it's just one day decided, you know what? Hey, let's give this a shot, and kind of just worked itself out.
Where did the league really kick off?
I would say right around towards the end of season 2. I mean, to the entirety of season 2, open signups pretty much. Anybody could come in and race. And then towards the end of season 2, and especially during that off season, it just ballooned in members, and everything's kind of just snowballed.
Yeah, we're celebrating our 1-year anniversary, correct?
Yep.
Did you think MRL was gonna get as far as it has gone?
Through some certain points, there are certainly some doubts, but I feel like overall, looking at the league, it's in a pretty healthy space. So, I mean, after about 6 months, seeing how everything's turned out, 1 year was definitely realistic.
Where do you want to grow MRL? And what's up? What's up next?
Obviously, we want to improve everything, right? The end goal for MRL is to be the big pillar of the community, but we're a bit of ways away from that. But I mean, I think the biggest thing that we need to work on growing is our development team at the moment. I think with a stronger development team and some better exclusive opportunities that we can offer drivers, I feel like that would fix a lot of our other issues.
All right, thank you, Yemi, for your time for the interview, and also thank you for everything you've done for MRL. We actually got a word with the last season winner here at Nashville Fairgrounds. It was Radiant. So we were able to get a few insights from him of what he thinks about how tonight's going to go, maybe some strategies. He's probably going to be pretty close to the chest with those. He is, in fact, in the championship battle, so he's going to want every advantage he can get. So here he is.
How do you feel coming into tonight's race?
Well, I'm feeling pretty good. Obviously, the last two races haven't gone too well, but hopefully we can turn that around going into Nashville.
Last season's race here was a nail biter to the very end. Is there a part of the track that is intimidating or where strategy comes into play?
Not really, but obviously you're gonna be wanting to watch your back in turn 3 and 4, just because of, well, it's the final turn. Of course, people are gonna try to pass there.
Yeah, I mean, going back to the race Thursday night, there was a last corner move that got the win for the 10,
Yeah.
so maybe we'll see something like that tonight. Looking at the stats, your average finish has been 6th since Chicagoland. What changes are being made?
Well, obviously I'm starting to practice more, and I'm getting a crew chief. Not allowed to go into the specifics on that, but I'm hoping that it'll help me throughout the race to maybe avoid some of the penalties that I've been getting for the past week or so. Which, obviously, not getting penalties helps you finish higher up the order. So,
Right, thank you,
I'm
Radiant.
just hoping that I can get a win in front of my home crowd.
Yeah, I mean, you did it last season. We'll see if you can do it this season.
Yeah.
Right?
So I did it with the same scheme last season, so hopefully that increases my chances.
Yep. All right. We'll see you on the racetrack. Good luck. Thank you for watching the MRL pre-race show. We'll be right back with qualifying in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody, to Nashville Fairgrounds here in Nashville, Tennessee. Yummy is a little bit behind, so we'll talk with Coma here in just a moment. Just waiting on Yummy to get back from a little thing, and then we'll start qualifying and to go from there. Oh, so again, we'll be talking to Coma about maybe predictions and stuff like that. So, Coma, saying hi to Junior. Hello?
Oh, sorry.
There you are. Saying hi to Junior there.
Yeah, you walked up towards me.
All right, so point standings. Aren't they like super close, right? Well, not as close as they were last season, or last race, I should say. They've definitely split up quite a bit. Vento pulling a slight lead ahead of Nanners. He's 8 points behind. Do you think Ginty will be a good fill-in tonight?
Honestly, he's the best out of what Nanners had to pick. That's what I'll say about that.
Really?
I'll give the PR answer.
So you're saying it's not
Not really. No.
not a great replacement.
No.
I mean,
I don't think so.
I mean, Nana's right now going on an airplane as we speak. Ginty just stopped on pit road. How do you feel about Radiant tonight? I mean, have you seen him practice a lot? Or
I saw him practice earlier today. He looks pretty solid. He hasn't put in as much practice as some of the other ASR boys, and definitely not. I mean, Avento ran a full race earlier. I mean, he ran like 170 laps. And CHN. Sorry, you go.
I think the server's so old it's almost morning.
Oh,
we've gone through
is this the same server?
This has been the same server since like a few hours ago. I think we're coming up on the morning now.
Oh man.
Because the clouds
race.
are getting clouds are coming up
or a sunrise,
sunrise is coming up. We're gonna reset the server before qualifying, but funny enough that the sun might just be coming up now. So what was that about Radiant there at the end and ASR?
I was saying that Radiant, he's one of the veterans of ASR, right? He doesn't need as much practice as some of these guys. So having said that, some of these guys have put in a lot more work than him, but he can adapt faster, so he doesn't really need to do that. But someone such as Avento, even Alpha, were putting in more laps than he was. I think Alpha topped the leaderboard in practice, but that's also counting for draft and other things like that. But I'm sure he'll be very competitive. Avento will be his main competition. I don't think CHFN is going to be coming tonight. I haven't seen him on all day.
Yeah, I haven't seen him either. So
I don't think CH is going to be showing, which is going to be really good for Radiant and Alpha. Get some points back onto the top 3, and Nano's is just hoping and praying that Ginty can have a decent showing and keep him in the running.
Yeah, speaking of Alpha, I mean, he is fallen more back than usual. I mean, he is in 5th, 22 points behind. Do you see him having a chance in the championship?
Sorry, the ASR boys were calling me. I couldn't hear you. Would you say it one more time?
So Alpha's 22 points behind. Do you see him having a shot here in the championship?
Oh yeah, very much so. I've been working with Alpha personally to he's got really great mid-race pace, and he's an excellent driver even in qualifying. He just needs a little bit more awareness and anticipation so he doesn't get caught up in the last lap stupidities and the last lap unfortunate outcomes. So once we figure out how to get around those, I think Alpha will be skyrocketing towards the top side of the leaderboard. I'm very confident in him.
From what I've heard from Alpha personally, it sounds like he's good at road courses, good at skill-based tracks. I don't know if he's going to do great tonight, but there are tracks coming up in the schedule where I know that Alpha's pretty good at, and I see him kind of thriving in, but I think those are his races he needs to win. He needs to get good finishes there to get up near Vento, Nanners, Radiant. So, oh man, Yomi is still not here.
Yeah.
I
Has
thought
he,
something
has he
like
said
this would
anything to
happen.
you?
No, I haven't gotten anything. I mean, everyone's kind of getting impatient, jumping that the time board there.
Yeah.
Vento's still doing laps. He's been doing laps all day.
I mean, he's relentless. I mean, there's a reason why he's the reigning champion and why he's currently leading now. People don't know it, but even at the top, if you still work hard, Chinty commenting on my earlier statement. But what I was saying was, Evento, even though you're already at the top, that doesn't mean you stop practicing and you stop improving. If anything, it's more of motivation to keep improving because you can just be more and more levels above everybody else and just prove your dominance. I mean, we see that in F1, Max Verstappen. We see, you know, all of these motorsport prodigies. I mean, sure, some of them can have raw talent and good cars and good funding, but if you don't put in the work, all of that's for nothing. So Avento really showing what hard work can get you.
Mm-hmm. Evento running a throwback to season 2, I believe. Back when he, one of his first ever schemes was an Oreo car when he drove the 3. What do you think of it?
I think it looks really cool. It's the first one I saw coming in here earlier, and I don't know. It's a really nice. I like the colors on it. It matches well, and it's just overall nice to look at.
Yeah, I mean, he fixed the number issue. It had, I think, next-gen number placements when he drove it as the 3 car, so...
Oh, no.
I mean, it's adapted with the 97. Even got the number kind of glowing there in the lights. So, I mean, it's definitely a nice scheme. Definitely a throwback. Let's see, who else is running throwbacks tonight? Radiant's running a throwback. What do you think of... Yeah, his old Napa car. I mean, what do you think of it?
Well, I'm glad to see that he got the oh, never mind. I was gonna say I'm glad he got the colored wheels taken care of, but he apparently did not.
No, I don't think Yummy got that.
So it's definitely it's an interesting scheme. I mean, it's hard to argue with Radiant. It's a NASCAR scheme. It's not really a custom scheme. It's one that's been ran in real life. So
and that's the one he won here
obviously
at,
it's gonna
right?
look like exactly. Yeah. Right.
And Radiant with the home field advantage, living in Nashville. I mean, won here last time. From what I remember, he was definitely up front most of the race, but it was Evento that crashed with Jay is the reason that he won. So, you think he's gonna win tonight?
I mean, he's got a really good shot. All the top guys. There's a reason why they're in the top division. Everyone has an equal chance here, including, and I'm very excited to say this, Barry and Logic will be rejoining as top drivers. They've had a little bit of a fall off recently. Logic, not so much. He just hasn't been here.
Yeah.
But we've put our head down at ASR and really gotten all of our drivers up to scratch, and I'm really excited to see what they can be able to do.
Yeah, Barry running a kind of throwback, a Mountain Dew scheme. Drove a Mountain Dew number 5 in season 2, I believe. This is kind of a throwback to that. It's not the same scheme. Oh, Jinty's... I think he left his car on the racetrack. Everyone's nearly hitting it. But, not in the exact scheme Radiant. I believe it was Radiant that made it, but definitely a really nice looking scheme. Let's see. Oh, Alpha's running... Well, he's not in...
That's not his car.
That's not his car, but he is running a throwback here. When you get... I'll just spawn his car. If I can find it.
I'm asking him to get into the actual car. He's pulling over.
Oh.
Because we're, talking about it. Oh, he spawned onto the pit wall. There we go. Nice.
I mean, I got it spawned up here. It's his BlackBerry car from Season 3. Adapted with the number 10 on it.
I actually really like that 10, honestly. I mean, I've seen the BlackBerry car. It's really nice. I love black schemes. They're very clean. But I love the black numbers on it. I'm glad he didn't continue with his Hoonigan numbers because it probably wouldn't have looked the greatest. But he really pulled off that black and white.
Yeah, I believe this is one of Radiant schemes, but the way the number was applied on there, it's very nice looking. So it's too bad Logic doesn't have a throwback. I mean, I don't know what he could throw back to. Junior, not with the throwback. Jinty running an FOE scheme. What do you think of that one?
It's clean. I've seen it before. He showed it to me earlier. It looks pretty good. Jinty, one of the better scheme makers we have here in MRL. So anything that comes out of his arsenal will always look very pleasing. That's I'm saying two words at once. Very appealing. That's what I'm trying to say. So good color
Oh.
scheme. I like the style. It's solid.
Yeah. Very much going to be an interesting race tonight. There goes Junior. He's not. Someone should have made someone should have made Junior his Bass Pro Shop scheme from last season.
Right.
Could have ran that. Man, they are just killing each other right now. Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
they're getting the shenanigans out now before Yummy comes back.
Hopefully he will come back soon. He's still just sitting in general deafened. I mean, we knew he had plans before the race. Still not here. Probably will be here soon. I think they're trying to do a fun race, but so far it just looks like a murdering race.
It's a crime scene.
Odd Luigi 64. Who is that?
That is casual.
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
there goes Alpha flipping over.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
Alpha's dead.
Alpha is dead. Yeah, Yummy's still not here. Ceremony pushed to tomorrow as well. That'll... Oh, Barry's on top
Is
of
riding Barry to his death.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Jinty. Well, this is... here's the
They're
entertainment.
they're really getting it out before Yummy comes back.
Oh, yeah. Sure hope they don't act like this during the race. Oh my goodness. Oh, Barry. Wall popping. All getting into each other. Let's see. Is there any penalties heading into tonight? I don't believe so. No penalties lasting fast.
All logic is backwards.
Oh, yeah, there he goes. This race does have a different name. I forgot to mention this earlier. Radiant decided to sponsor tonight's race. It's the MRL Volunteer State 190.
All right, I am not gonna remember that.
Oh yeah, that's why there's the Tennessee flag in a couple of spots, as that is technically the race logo.
I see.
Yeah. Starting soon. That's what I see from the event.
Yeah.
Well, at least we're gonna have a decent selection of drivers.
Oh yeah. Oh, Jasper to the rescue. He's trying to wake up Yummy. See if he's successful.
Oh, I don't know if he's gonna be successful.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drivers here.
Yeah.
Little bit of a small pack, honestly.
Jinty into the pit lane. Yeah, I mean, I remember there's a picture somewhere in, I believe. Oh, that's a good sign. Yummy is back. All right, well, I'm gonna go into the booth. It's time for qualifying.
I'm gonna go hang out with my ASR boys.
Yep. All right.
We are so very late.
Ah, it's fine. Finally able to start qualifying, everybody. Everyone getting there.
Oh, I forgot to fix Radiant's wheels. Oops.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'll fix them for the race. Spawn your cars lined up against pit wall. Sorry for being 14 minutes late, but you can cope.
Everyone's spawning in their cars. Lots of schemes coming in. Some of these schemes we haven't seen for a whole season. And me and Koma talked about them in the pre-race show. Yomi, are you excited for tonight?
I sure am.
Mm-hmm. Again, tonight we are technically celebrating the 1-year anniversary of MRL going public.
Yep. One whole year.
What a
3
way
seasons in that time.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, Alpha, go. Max speed, I do believe, is 204. I have to rejoin the game.
Alpha will. Oh, geez, Alpha all over the racetrack. Alpha will be the first one to qualify here.
You guys know the rules.
Tonight's
What
race.
about that?
Tonight's race is a little bit different. It's called the Volunteer State 190, thanks to Radiant.
Yep. Radiant, go.
As Alpha comes around to finish up his lap. Let's see where he gets. Well, we'll see what time he gets, not where he gets. 20.433. You know, I don't even hate the yellow in the front. It's just the red and the
Radiant, what?
red, red and the red and the green is throwing me off a little bit.
Junior, go.
Someone should have made Junior a Bass Pro Shop scheme. Radiant, a 20.417 1,000ths faster.
No, CHFN isn't here.
CHFN not here. Yeah, we
Started Junior's lap.
talked about that a little bit.
Genty, get in your car. Genty,
A little
go.
bit. Talked a lot about that a little bit. That'll definitely mix up the point standings for CHFN. Not sure where he is.
Alright, that's Junior's lap.
Junior Smith. We go into the bottom of the ranking here at 20.6, 2/10 off of the front two.
Started Genty's lap.
Genty subbing for Nanners, running a FOE scheme.
Q, go.
Not really a throwback, but definitely an alternative scheme. You know what's funny?
What?
The server that we were in was, I think it was so old that it was nearly turning into morning.
That has to have been like 12 hours old for that to have happened.
Yeah.
That's Q's lap. Genty, if your speed's broke, then that's your qualifying lap. You should know.
2/10 off 617. Q on track. Not running
There
any
you go.
throwback. Not running a throwback.
I've talked about it in the past. If your speed's broken, it's your job to fix it.
Q 20 points 20.75, a 10th off of Junior. Barry. On track. Let's see.
Evento, go.
gets-
I need to add the pace car to the game.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty important. Barry out of turn 4. Barry had quite a bit of practice before the race. It's going to be a 20.617 tied with Genty. He will be getting third to lap, or he will be behind Genty in the race. Evento running a throwback to Season 2, the Oreo scheme. He's been in the game all day, going around in circles, around in circles, around in circles.
Logic, go. Logic.
Vento not getting pole. A 20.496. Right now, provisional third. Let's see where Logic gets. Good to see Logic back. Racing. Not sure how much practice he got.
He starts his lap.
I mean, D3 had a pretty interesting race, right, Yummy?
Yeah.
Especially with that finish. Let's see. Logic right behind Avento, 20.529, the only time in the 5/10 range. And that'll wrap it up for qualifying.
Whoever's jumping, stop jumping.
Alpha.
Thank you.
So that'll be your qualifying results. Radiant getting pole at his hometown track. We'll be back for the race.
I'm going to wait a minute to restart the server because I have to add a few things in.
Yep. We'll be back. Welcome everybody back to Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway here in Nashville, Tennessee for the Volunteer State 190 as we get everybody lined up here on the back straightaway. Lots of schemes, lots of decisions coming up tonight. Radiant taking the pole at his home track. As they get lined up, let's take a look at the starting lineup, if I can find it. On row one, we got, of course, Radiant. Then you got Alpha in his throwback scheme, and then you got Avento. And you got Logic, Nanners getting replaced by Ginty, and Barry running a Mountain Dew throwback. And then rounding it out, you have Junior Smith and Q. So that is your starting lineup. Let's take a look at the race stats, 200 laps around Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Fuel window is about 130 laps, depends how you feel safe. And pit road speed is the same as normal.
Genty.
So we'll complete this full lap around. I got a custom pace car driven by Casual tonight. We come to the flag.
Hey man, you're muted.
Oh,
All right, pace car coming in.
thank you for telling me.
Remember, purple, not the white lines. And we are underway at Nashville. Logic with a bad start.
Oh yeah, Logic not having a great start. And oh, Barry already up
Logic.
into the wall. Logic definitely not the best start from him. Now 4 wide there in the back. I don't see this going very well. Junior getting Genty there into the wall, and they're going to drop back, and Radiant's going to lead lap 1. Alpha trying to work that outside lane. Avento right behind. Oh, and Radiant gets into Alpha. That leaves the door wide open for Avento to take that lead away. Q holding it out. Oh, Car's getting into the wall out of 4. Q sitting there comfortably in 4th. Here comes Radiant on the inside. He's got help from Alpha. Oh, there we go. Vento and Radiant side by side. Alpha with a big push to the 38.
Caution.
Oh! Multiple cars collected. Barry upside down.
Stop on the back. Stop on the back stretch.
Junior
Casual respawn
also
the pace car.
involved. Barry's going to be in the pit lane. I think if he just doesn't get gas, he'll be fine.
Yeah, just don't take gas, Barry. Yeah, respawn the car, Casual.
Already on lap
Because you have pit
4.
limiter.
We got a wreck. Not entirely sure what happened.
I'm looking.
Yeah, I didn't get a great angle of it. It's gonna be in the top right of your screen. Slow it down a little bit. I don't know. It looked like Junior and Barry just got collected. I don't know how Barry flipped.
Alright, let's go pacing.
Oh, he hit the pit lane wall. That's what happened.
Warning for the 80. Next incident's a penalty.
See Avento coming in. Who else is gonna come in? The pit's Q and Genty as well. Everyone else stays out. An early wreck already. 5 laps in. Interesting fuel strategies here. Q's gonna get out first. And it's a battle between Q and
Q got
Genty. Q got it just barely. Oh my goodness. That was close.
Yeah, it was.
This will probably be our last lap of pacing.
Genty, get up with the field.
As long as we, yeah, get up to the field.
Junior, what's going on? Come on, guys. It's not that hard to stay in a line.
There it is right there. That's the margin of difference. Very
All right.
close.
Going green this time.
And the restart zone is the pink area, not that white line.
And green flag.
And we're going back green.
Junior, drop back behind the 7.
Alpha with the inside line immediately into turn 1. Radiant right on the
Junior
outside.
Q. Let's not use the wall.
Ooh, Radiant giving a little bit of a push to the 10. It's actually going to help him a little bit. And here comes Barry on the inside. Radiant stuck on that outside lane. Logic's going to help him. Give him a little bit of a tap. He's going to go to his inside. He's going to try to take third. Backs off. He's going to stay behind Radiant. Radiant to the inside of Barry. Gonna drop back a little bit. Vento now coming through the field. Gonna try to get to the inside of Logic. Couldn't hold it there in the middle of the corner. Alpha's gonna continue to lead. Barry in second. Radiant there in third. Here's a pass for fourth. Vento on that inside. Logic on the outside.
Radiant's out of the wall.
Barry's starting to close in on Alpha. Barry definitely had a lot of practice coming into tonight. Well, already seeing it pay off early. Nanner's currently in an airplane, or was in an airplane, as of I don't know, got delayed for an hour. So Jinty here to fill in. He's got his own custom scheme to run tonight.
Logic, Barry, Aventos, out of the wall.
Seems like drivers are struggling to stay out of that wall. Radiant making a dive on that inside. Couldn't make it work. Avento getting fourth. We'll maybe see him come back through the field from that pit stop. But Alpha definitely leading the field, proving me wrong in the pre-race show.
That and the old timer back out up front.
Mm-hmm. Drunk driver in second. Ooh.
Maybe it has something to do with that Mountain Dew.
Maybe. Avento making a pass here for third on the inside. He's going to get past Radiant. He's got his eyes on Barry now.
Oh, Junior.
It's Junior getting with Q. I saw the lap before Q got into the wall. Not sure what happened there out of two. But they are definitely struggling tonight. Avento now making the pass for seconds. Got to the inside. Gets Barry into the wall. So going through the field, side by side with Barry. He's got the preferred
Black
lane.
flag for the 80. Grid drop on next restart. Reckless driving. Yeah, you had a warning.
And Junior
Let's
Smith.
not use the wall either.
And Avento goes wide. He's going to leave the door wide open for Radiant to take the spot. Radiant on the inside gets a big push from the 17. They're 4 wide here in 4. They're coming slow out of the turn. They just barely survive. Oh my goodness. ASR
Barry.
definitely fighting each other tonight as Alpha
Barry,
now.
let's keep in mind where others are breaking in front of us.
Yeah, Alpha looking in the rearview mirror is loving this. He's already got a 1.5 lead over everyone else. Radiant to the inside. Logic trying to make that middle lane work. Gets a run here in the middle of the corner. Is going to pull away. Kind of gets into the wall there on the exit. Radiant back on the
Crazy to see
inside.
this early into the race. I mean, this is one of the longest races of the season. I think second only to Daytona
Yeah.
and Talladega.
And Alpha already really pulling away as everyone else is fighting. Like it's the last lap. Ooh, Avento a little bit tight out of 2. Nearly gets everyone up, caught up in the wall. It's going to make Barry and Logic drop back. Jinty goes wide in 3 and 4. Barry gets caught with Jinty. They save it. As they're
Barry, let's be a bit more mindful of others coming out of the corner, please, and thank you.
everyone else getting kind of spread out.
Logic, let's not use the wall.
Jinty making a pass here with Logic. Q is not in the game or not in a car. I don't know if Q has parked it or not.
Yep. It's on the apron.
Yeah, if it's on the apron, out of the way. I don't know if that's a real safe place. We've seen how how people have gone there before, so yeah, definitely want to get it out of the way. Avento making a pass with Radiant for second. It's making his way through the field. Radiant back on the inside, kind of making them both go wide. Oh, Q's power went out.
Oh no.
That's not good. That's not good. So Q's definitely having some struggles tonight, as that's not something you can control. Radiant staying in front of Avento. Alpha pulling a 2-second lead. He is way out front.
Someone's done their homework.
And I said he didn't have that big of a chance. Oh my goodness.
You doubted Alpha at a short track? That was your first mistake.
I was comparing last season with this season.
Oh,
Vento and Radiant getting into the water too. Really fighting for second. And Jinty, Logic, and Barry fighting for fourth.
Jinty, let's be more careful, please.
Gonna be 3 wide heading into 1. Barry misjudges the corners. Gonna leave the bottom wide open for Jinty to take. And they're gonna go
Very
single
next
file.
incident's a penalty.
And Radiant trying to just get past the 97 and stay in front of them. As they're now 3 seconds back from Alpha. And we're only 25 laps in.
An eighth of the way through.
Mm-hmm. Junior Smith, 9 seconds back. He is struggling. I don't know if he just didn't have practice or if he's got some, or if he's just, I don't know. Something's wrong with Junior tonight. And Vento
He
and
was looking
Radiant.
hot during practice, too.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it was just getting, he got together with some drivers. I don't, you never know.
He was getting into it with Q quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. Already got that grid drop, so hopefully we see Junior coming back later in the race. Radiant and Vento still going at it, losing even more time now. 3.5 seconds back, just 2 laps
Just back
later.
behind, starting to catch up.
Yeah. So, I mean, now what is that? Almost 4 seconds. Alpha is pulling away, and he doesn't have draft. Vento getting past the 38. Definitely being aggressive tonight. Radiant's going to give him a shove out of the way. Radiant can't... Vento can't quite get past the 38 there. Radiant just had his noses on his quarter panel. And
Oh, be a bit more careful, please.
Radiant now definitely clear of a Vento, but Vento's got that run on that inside. Logic not able to get Vento's draft. So he gets pushed out of the way by his teammate. Jinty sitting back here as well. But Alpha is just... He's just already out of here.
Oh,
Nearly 4
Vento.
seconds.
Let's not send it into the corner, please.
I mean... Yeah. Vento really trying to get past Radiant. Not sure what the plan here is from either of these drivers. Seems like each one wants to be in front of the other. Not working together real well. I mean, we know Radiant's getting rid of a Vento from ASR at the end of the season. Ooh.
Oh,
Vento tapping the wall there. Radiant got into his tire. He nearly went around. And again, I mean, Logic slamming into the 17 there in the middle of 2. These guys not working together either. It's already the field nearly... Already 5 seconds back. Alpha is like a whole straightaway in front of these guys. When's the last time you've seen a driver go this far in front of everybody?
been a while.
Yeah, I think the last time I can remember
Well,
it
I mean,
was flat.
We had it happen at Darlington, but
Well,
not to this extent.
yeah, not to this
That was too
extent.
great. Oh,
Ooh. Something happened back here between Barry and Jinty. Oh, Barry coming off of that wall. Gets into Logic. So these guys are definitely not working together. Field's now 5.5 seconds back. And they're starting to lose time. That group of 3, they're starting to lose time with the Radiant and Vento. I feel like something's not working here. At this point, I think Junior might be gaining, or at least I'd hope he'd be gaining. He doesn't seem to be 13 seconds back as Junior. I mean, it's hard to help people here at short tracks. You can't really bump them in the corner. That just shoots them up the racetrack. So you can't give them bumps in the corner. You have to give them on the straightaway, or you have to give them at the exit of the corner.
Yeah. But going side by side definitely doesn't help anybody.
No. Oh, I thought everyone was getting rid of their something before the races. They were all nearly killing each other.
You're
Going around the racetrack.
grievances before the race.
I thought they were doing that, but it seems like Alpha did, and everyone else didn't. Ooh, Radiant going up the racetrack. Evento's gonna fill in. Radiant tried to get back down. Couldn't make it work. Barry's leading the front pack group every time I look by, but then he gets either moved out of the way or passed by Logic or Ginty. So they're also battling back there. They seem to be maybe gaining Logic into the wall.
Logic, let's not use that, please.
How big is the draft here, or how long is the draft here?
Just short of a half second.
Well,
About 4/10.
I think Barry might just have draft. He stays behind the 38 or the 97. So Radiant makes a dive on the inside that takes second away. Alpha 7 seconds in front of the field now. Oh yeah, here comes Barry making a lunge there in 3 and 4. Kind of loses the speed midway through the corner, but he's most definitely in draft range, I believe, at this point. And gaining fast.
It does make that outside lane work, though.
Oh, yeah. You can get multi-groove racing here. You just got to have the person on your inside kind of get a bad corner. You can get a better snap on the outside, I think. It just really depends on how you race this racetrack. And we saw Evento practicing for hours and hours today. So, yeah, I'm not surprised that he can make that outside lane work very well. Here comes Barry with a shot towards the inside, gives Radiant a big push. The backpack has now caught up to the second and third position. And oh, Barry going up the racetrack's going to bring Evento with him. Is everyone back together now? See if this makes them faster. I don't think it will be. It's Barry now on the outside, Evento on the inside. Radiant leading this little pack as Alpha is still pulling away over 7.5 seconds in front. Evento back on the inside. Barry starting to lose time. Logic and Ginty didn't really catch up. Or they did catch up and they're now starting to lose time as well. And Radiant starting to try to pull away. I mean, taking a look at Alpha, he is catching up to Junior. So Junior will probably be the first car to go a lap down. As Evento back, right back to the rear of the 38. Gonna try to take second away. He's got the preferred line. He'll take it away. Logic now catching back up. It's good to see him back. Missed a couple of races, but now coming back, and he's right now in fourth, I believe. Holding off Barry. Ooh, Evento kind of got to the rear wheel of Radiant. It's gonna do a switchback, get back to the inside, and try to take second away again. Here comes Barry and Logic on the inside of Radiant. 3 wide out of 1. They bounce off of the wall. Logic trying to put his nose in there. Yeah, he backs off a little bit out of the exit before Radiant diving in. So we complete 50 laps. We're 1/4 of the way done, I believe. Until we're really trying to keep Radiant on that bottom lane. Here comes Barry with a push from Logic. Barry holding that inside lane as the pack is now at 8.5 seconds back. Oh my goodness. Barry's gonna lap.
Vento, let's not
Barry.
use the wall.
Alpha's gonna lap the entire field. Radiant moving the 17 out of the way. It's gonna get a bump from the 7. Ooh. Ooh, Radiant going wide. So does a Vento. Everyone here getting collected together. I believe Junior is getting close to being lapped down. Where is Alpha? Yeah, Junior will be a lap down. Here comes a Vento on the inside. Getting help from Jinty. Vento's gonna pass everybody. He's gonna get pushed out of the way. Here comes Jinty on the inside with a run. Making it 3 wide. Radiant's gonna drop back. Jinty's slow out of the corner. Gets collected with Logic. He's gonna drop back all the way to the 6th. Vento back to 2nd. Radiant looking there in 3rd. Barry there in 4th. And Logic in 5th. Everyone's single file. We'll see how long that lasts for. Radiant going up the racetrack. Barry with a little bit of a bump. Trying to help him through the corner. Gives him a little bit of speed. He's right to the back bumper of the 97 now.
Logic, next time we get you in the wall, it's a penalty.
Here comes Logic diving through the inside. He's going to try to take 3rd away. Radiant's a little bit faster on the outside lane. Oh, he goes. Oh, Logic bad middle of the corner. He'll go up the racetrack and lose a bunch of time. Jinty dropping all the way back to 6th once again. I wonder if this is a maybe fuel strategy thing. Or some strategy thing. This is the 2nd time he's done it. Or if he just maybe doesn't want to cause any issues. Ooh. He's going back down. Radiant get pushing Avental all the way down. They're going to lose a ton of speed. Here comes Barry and Logic.
Barry.
Everyone taps wall exit. Radiant back on that inside. Oh my
Vento.
goodness.
Next time we get you in the wall, it's a penalty.
No, when's the last time you've seen the entire field 10 seconds back from a leader?
It's been a long while.
I think it's been since Martinsville in Season 3.
Yeah.
I think that was the last time a leader was so far out front. But, I mean, Alpha just got a crazy good start. And then everyone kept on battling, and they're still continuing the battle. Going really low here into 1. Surprisingly, Radiant doesn't go up the racetrack. Oh, there goes Barry and not Barry and Logic.
Caution.
Logic and Jinty get collected.
Do not pit this time.
This is not what Alpha wants to see. He was nearly 11.5 seconds in front of everybody, and
Alright, if your name's on the leaderboard, stop on the backstretch.
now he's gonna have the field catch back up to him. That is not what he wanted.
Stop in the back. Casual, you're already back there, so just spawn the car.
Take a look. It's like Jinty just had a bad exit out of 2 and got collected to in front of Logic. Yeah, Jinty just bad exit. Logic not getting off the gas, so it's just getting collected together. And that'll bring out the 2nd caution of tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Junior will get the lap around.
Alright, cool, let's go pacing. Junior, go ahead and get your lap back if you're gonna pit this time.
Junior complaining about how tight the cars are and the exit of the corners. Looks like everybody's coming into the pits this time. It's a pretty narrow pit road. As Hunto's gonna make passes on the inside. Oh, Barry missed his pit
Pit
stall.
box pretty badly.
Oh yeah, missed it by about 3
Hey, he
pit
still
stalls.
isn't in it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Now he gets in it. Avento's gonna win the race off of pit road. Barry. It's gonna be
Black flag for the 8. Red drop for reckless driving. You already had a note earlier. And then he caused the caution.
so that'll be 2 cars with red drops getting served. Junior.
The 8 and the 80.
Yep, the 8 and the 80. Vento will be your leader. Going to the restart. Ooh, Alpha. Going up the racetrack. Comes back down. Cannot believe that run he had. 11.5 seconds in front of the field. Oh, Junior's game just crashed.
All right, we're not going green.
Not going green this time. We're going to give a chance for Junior to come
For
back.
Junior to get back in here.
Special pace car run in tonight. Again, it's the Volunteer State 190. That's why there's Tennessee flags everywhere.
Junior's bad luck continues.
Unfortunately. Yep, we'll continue. We're going to continue going around.
There, Junior, get in your car and go. I'll give you your laps back.
Junior back in his car. And we'll probably be going green this lap.
Hopefully.
If he can get caught up in time. He's got a whole racetrack
Hustle,
to go.
Junior. Hustle.
He's got a whole
Yeah, he's
straightaway. Yeah, we'll be probably going green this lap. Vento will lead him off. We'll see if Alpha didn't start in first last time. So we'll see if he gets
Nope.
that beautiful start that he got last time.
Going green this time.
And it's the pink restart zone. Here we go.
Green flag.
Vento trying to hold off that bottom lane, goes way up the racetrack. Alpha did too. Everyone kind of staying single file for the most part. Here we go into 3. Alpha big push to the back of the 97. Vento's gonna hold on. He's gonna lead the lap back. Alpha pushing him out of the way. You know how Vento can run that high line though. Alpha doesn't clear him. Alpha diving towards the inside. Vento goes wide. Alpha up the block. Here comes Radiant on the inside. Alpha back to the lead. Is he gonna pull like he did the last time though? Comes Radiant and Vento just fighting there. Radiant's gonna drop back. Vento is gonna hold on to second. And Vento goes wide. And Alpha's starting to pull away.
The 56 will not be rejoining tonight. Power's still out for him.
And Radiant going wide. It's gonna lose even more time. Again going wide here in 3 and 4. They might be out of draft range. I don't believe Radiant going to... I don't think Radiant's time is correct. I think Logic's time is a little bit more correct. Might just be in it. And we're going to have a kind of similar thing that we saw earlier. Radiant just barely in draft range. I'll try to catch back up to Alpha. Vento sitting here in 3rd. Logic trying to take it away. We have this 3-car pack in the back. This time it's Junior, Ginty, and Barry. Radiant really trying to get to the Alpha. As these two now pulling away from the rest of the field.
Barry, next time I catch you in the wall, it's a penalty.
Is Logic making a pass? For third, he's on the inside. Radiant within 3/10. Logic completes the pass for third. Vento back on the inside. He's going to try to take it back. Radiant that time kind of lost a 10th. But definitely within that draft range. I see him catching up in the next 10, 15 laps. As Vento and Logic continue the battle. I mean, they're about 2 seconds in front of the pack of 3, but they're starting to really lose time with Radiant. And Logic that time just sending Vento into the wall. Barry coming off of the wall, nearly turning himself in front of Junior.
Yeah, Logic, let's not send people up into the wall. Next instance, a penalty. That's just retaliation.
Maybe, yeah, Vento probably not too happy about getting put up there, especially by a teammate. Ooh, Vento's there. Looking back at Radiant, he's getting there. Oh.
Vento, let's be more careful. Next instance, it's a penalty.
Vento now getting with Logic. I'm not seeing these two working together very well. Logic just getting into the back of the 97 again into turn 1.
Okay.
Vento back to the inside, give him another taps.
Black flag for the 7, reckless driving, grid drop on next restart. I just gave you a warning for it not even 5 laps ago, and you did it again.
Radiant closing in on that 10 car. Alpha goes a little bit wide, leaves that door open. Radiant not able to get it super close, though. Another grid drop. 7 cars in tonight. A little bit of a low attendance race for Season 4 standards or par. But definitely been an interesting one, as it's going to be a battle between Radiant and Alpha here in a minute. Radiant looking for a win. He's been winless since Daytona at the beginning of the season. He's looking for that dry spot to end, and Alpha here right now sitting in 5th. Let's take a look at the points. Alpha sitting 22 points behind. He's looking for a great result tonight and maybe a win at Lime Rock next week. He's very confident about that race. And again, unfortunately,
looking for a win to reestablish himself as a real title threat.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I mean he's there in pouncing range. He just needs to get a little bit closer. Definitely will be passing CHFan by the end of tonight, even if he gets 7th, as he's not too far behind him. Vento and Logic still not working together. Let's take a look at the back pack here in the back. They've been continuing to lose time with pretty much everybody. Junior Smith on the inside, trying to take, what is it, 5th away. And Radiant just staying behind Alpha here. And Avento slowly pulling away from Logic. So field gets more strung out tonight. Start off with a little bit of pack racing, and then Alpha just pulling away. Obviously, he knows what he's doing tonight. Honestly, I was not expecting that, honestly. I mean, I guess that shows you how much I know Alpha as a driver at short tracks. Yeah, Logic slowly losing time with Avento. Looking back here, Junior Smith holding himself in 5th. Barry staying in 6th, and Jinty right now in 7th. I know. Doesn't seem to be pulling for points. I mean, he is subbing for Nanners. Nanners second in points, only 8 behind Avento. So, I mean, Nanners unfortunately not able to make it, but definitely needs points. So we'll see if Ginty becomes a threat near at the end of the race, as we're coming up close to halfway. Alpha still leading in that Blackberry 10. We haven't seen that in a hot minute. It's a beautiful car. What are your opinions on the schemes tonight, Yummy?
I mean, some of these are really nice. I mean, we saw the 17 at Talladega. I mean, it's a beautiful car. The FOE car, I mean, pretty well done. It's great to see the Napa car and the Blackberry back from last season. I mean, and Avento's running, you know, one of the first custom schemes he had, you know, that old Oreo car.
Mm-hmm. At least
Definitely
the number
looking-
placement's correct this time.
Yeah.
That's something
So it's
that...
it's had some well-needed modifications.
Definitely a lot better than it was when he first ran it. But
I don't know what's going on.
definitely throwback.
Oh yeah, it's great to see them all.
Logic seems to be gaining on Avento now. It's caught back up with them. Everyone's still pretty much just strung out. Ginty leading the pack back here.
Ginty, let's be mindful where others are on the outside.
Oh, he just went to the outside, leaving it open for Junior Smith. This is the battle for 5th. Top 5 point. I mean, a top 5 does look nice for some of these drivers, so definitely a battle there.
I mean, yeah, Ginty's subbing in for Nanners, so he'll need all the points he can get to impress his team owner for next season.
Oh yeah. Has it been
Then-
confirmed that Ginty's going?
It's pretty well speculated, so I'd be surprised if it didn't. Come
I'd
out
be
to that
surprised.
way.
Yeah, I forgot exactly where Ginty will be going to, but yeah, Ginty most likely going to LSR next season. So, definitely wanting to impress tonight. Right now, sitting here battling for 5th. Here comes Barry on the
Junior.
inside.
Barry fighting to stay within the top 10 in standings.
Mm-hmm.
Junior trying to claw his way back up after a poor start to the start of the season.
Yeah, I mean, it was promising to see at the beginning of this end of last season the 2 wins that Junior got, and then yeah, he's just
Struggled.
struggled. So right now, battling for 5th. No one's
We'll
made
see
any
how-
passes outside of the 5th position.
It's calmed down quite a bit.
Oh yeah, I mean, maybe everyone realized that fighting was not the right answer. Radiant losing
In
a
the
little bit of
first half
time.
of the race.
Yeah, Radiant losing a little bit of time to Alpha. Maybe he's just sticking back. I don't want to lose that draft, though, because if you lose that draft, we've seen how Alpha can just pull away.
Oh, not Barry. Ginty. Let's not do that.
What did Ginty do?
Came up onto Junior.
Oh, well, yeah, that looked like they both lost a ton of time. That might just settle
Ginty
out
next
5th.
incident. Yeah. Ginty next incident's a penalty.
We're now officially halfway through here at Nashville. Definitely, you know, this race has been going faster than I thought it would. I thought this race was going to be like super long, maybe 3 hours long, but it's been going through pretty quick.
Yeah, it has. Helps that we've been staying green.
We'll see those fuel strategies maybe come into play. Our last caution was on lap 62.
Please, for the love of God, don't tell me I've jinxed it.
I don't know.
Oh, no.
Even then, that'll mix up the field a ton.
Yeah, fuel strategy will definitely start coming into play.
I forgot how many laps it was. I think it was 140. Depending on how you save fuel here. Depends how aggressive you are, how much you're on the gas out of the corners. So maybe we'll see that coming into play in 40 laps. I don't know. No, it would be We'll see. We'll see. Maybe 60 laps. Everyone's super calm. I mean, here's a battle for 6th between Jinty and Junior. D running on that high lane. Losing time. Everyone single file. Radiant just sticking behind the 1. So Yummy, you want to reveal any information about the hub? Where
it may not. There may be a few empty picture frames for now, but it's gonna take some time to fill those up with some decent photos. But we've got a new showroom that we're gonna be using hopefully a good bit come the opening of this next season. Then we've also got our gift shop, so that'll be an interesting thing. Showcase our MRL shirts, and we'll have a little surprise in there for everybody. Drivers already know, but just be sure to tune in tomorrow, hopefully, for the for the ceremony, unless something horrid goes awry.
The one Sunday you're available.
Right. Alrighty.
And this is the battle for 5th that we're watching. Junior Smith closing in on Barry. Jinty is just waiting there behind everybody. These guys are 12 seconds back from Radiant and Alpha. Radiant sticking about the same amount of distance back. And Logic just staying behind Avento. It's pretty much a copy of the leaders here. Alpha definitely with the dominant race tonight. I think he's led nearly every single lap. Avento got a couple in there, but definitely a very dominant race tonight.
Black flag for the 97 wall riding. He'll be grid jump on the next restart. There's another one coming for another person real soon. Just writing it up.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I mean...
And a drive through for the 7. Same penalty. You've already had a grid jump. I'm not going to give you 2. Drive through for wall riding.
Uh-oh. That's going to definitely ruin Logic's race. At least for the short term. It's got to come into the coming through the pits.
Yep, so Logic serve your drive through this lap.
So come in on the apron. Nice and safe. We'll see if he speeds against yep, and he does not speed, so you won't have to go through again.
Logic's second penalty of the night. Logic, next penalty you get is a disqualification.
Oof. Logic not having the night he wants tonight. Penalties, man. He's gonna come out in front of the leaders. He will stay on the lead lap.
Just barely.
Yeah, I mean, he was using the quote-unquote access road, so not sure if that was if that's required.
It is to enter as long as you don't page the field coming out of the pits. You're fine.
So Vento's just gonna be left alone here in 3rd. No one even close to him. Again, the guys in 5th are 12 seconds behind him, and the guys in front of him are 2 seconds in front of him. So, and Junior Smith here be battling for 5th. Barry's leaving it open. Closes the door just in time. Junior on the outside. Again, Barry going up the racetrack. Here comes Junior on the inside.
Battling for 4th now.
Oh, yeah. Since Logic had that drive-through, yeah, this is going to be the battle for 4th. Here comes Jinty. Ooh, Junior. Going off of that wall. I don't think that was truly necessary, but it's going to slow down and let everyone pass. Well, he catches kind of right back up with him. Oh, no, he didn't. So he'll have some ground to catch back up on. As Ginty does the same thing. He drops back all the way to 6th. Interesting strategies from some of these drivers, I'll say.
Leaders catching up on Logic.
Yep. Logic just about to go a lap down. We'll see if Logic tries to hold him off or gonna try to stay out or just gonna let him pass. Up on that outside lane. Looks like he's just gonna let Alpha pass. Coming up on Radiant. Looks like he's just gonna let him pass. I'll stick behind Radiant. Maybe I'll try to help him out. Maybe let him catch back up to Alpha. We'll see. Seems like Radiant's been pretty settled here in 2nd place. Well, if I'm Junior, I'd be looking at my back rear view mirror and being a little bit scared as Alpha now closing up on this back group here. It's about a straightaway of a distance. Again, it's only about 20 seconds to get around this racetrack, and they're getting up there on the time. 17 seconds there.
About 3-4 seconds away.
Mm-hmm. And we know how... And Alpha is extremely fast here. So, I mean, he's already pulling away from Radiant now. Got a second of a distance. So... if I were them, I'd be getting a little bit worried.
Yeah, it's been about 60 laps since the last pit cycle.
Yeah, I'm getting up there on those laps. Scar's got some big fuel
I wouldn't be
tanks.
surprised if we saw somebody try to make it all the way.
And let's see, you got 200 laps, 60, about 140. Theoretically, you could make it to the end. I think. But we'll have to see.
Worst case scenario, somebody runs out of fuel in the last lap.
It's the maybe that's the strategies everyone's trying to do. It's just fuel conserve so you have enough to make it to the end. I don't know.
Maybe.
But Alpha still's got Radiant behind him. But sitting comfortably in the lead position pretty much all race so far. Starting to really close in on those guys in 4th, 5th, and 6th. Logic will start to have a battle to stay on the lead lap here. These guys might want to start working together. I don't know. And there's not much you can do when the leader's 2 seconds behind you at this around 2 to 3 seconds behind you. I'm surprised there hasn't been like a 2-car tandem of sorts. I mean, we kind of saw it with Radiant and Alpha and then Logic and Evento, but they weren't really helping each other out. They were just kind of there with each other. Seems like this is
I'd imagine it would be a bit more difficult to form a tandem on a short track.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think we've seen single car speed like this, or at least to this extent this season.
I have a feeling we'll be seeing a lot more of it coming to the last quarter of the season.
Yeah. Just taking a look at the schedule. We got Lime Rock coming up. And then you got
Next
Dover, Las Vegas, Myrtle Beach, and Miami's going to round it out. Against 18 races. We're definitely rounding out that season. Only about 5 weeks to go. And these guys still battling here for 4th. Alpha is right there. He might be getting draft from Ginty here in a little bit.
I just took a minute to listen to it. These guys are fuel saving. They are off the gas from entering the corner to almost the front stretch.
Which ones? The 4th, 5th, and 6th?
Everybody, pretty much.
Yeah. Starting to lose these guys a lot of time. It'll be interesting to see what happens here with Alpha in this now going to be lap traffic. He's right there, so looks like everyone's gonna be going high. At least Junior will be. Junior now the one to get the lucky dog. Alpha making his way through the field. Ginty and Barry right there. I wonder if these guys are. I'll try to stay up front. Barry to the high side is gonna let Alpha pass. Ginty on the high side as well. Oh, gets a run out of the corner. He stays in front of the 10 up until turn 3. As Alpha now passes everybody. That puts 4th a lap down. I haven't seen that in a hot minute. Now Logic's got something to worry about. If there's a caution, he is not even close to getting a lucky dog.
Nope. He's trying to get past Radiant now.
Yeah, he's like, oh shoot, I gotta start going, right? I mean, I know Radiant's been sitting here, fuel conserving or something. I am
seeing? I don't think a certain somebody's saving. Vento's catching up.
Vento, yeah, starting to gain time here on Radiant and Logic. Logic's like, I gotta go. I got 3 cars and I need to pass. So, yeah, I mean, Radiant's just been losing time. He's 2 seconds back and from now Radiant on the apron. Looks like he's kind of holding off Logic here. Yeah, still kind of fuel conserving. Vento here, starting to gain. These guys are still kind of battling here, even though they're a lap down. I mean, this is a valuable position. Whoever's in 4th gets a lucky dog. All right,
fighting for a lucky dog and fighting for valuable points.
I don't think you want to be fuel conserving at this point, because you fuel conserve when a caution comes out. Well, you're still a lap down. So Barry's right now pulling away from Junior and Ginty.
I mean, out of that group of 3, I feel like Barry's definitely been the fastest all night.
Just kind of stuck with him.
Well, we saw Barry fighting for a podium earlier.
Yeah. Ginty going wide here in 3 and 4. Radiant's now catching up. Radiant 2.5 seconds back. Vento's starting to lose time again. Oh, Junior into the wall. I was just going to let him pass. Junior's not interested in getting that lucky dog.
And Logic moves 1 step closer.
Yep. Still got 2 more cars to get past. And Barry's up there. I wonder if Barry is actually kind of catching Alpha here. Wouldn't be a bad idea to start kind of heading towards Alpha. As this is the original fuel expectancy window, but had that lap 62 caution. So these drivers might be able to just squeeze out a little bit. I don't know. Again, my numbers are not exact, as I'm not the one going around in a car. Radiant making it past Ginty. Ginty sitting in 5th right now. He's got Logic behind him. Ooh, they were getting tight out of 2. Logic, oh, Radiant going way up the racetrack. Ginty giving a push to Radiant. And it looks like Logic now getting past Ginty. Logic gets past Ginty. That'll be 1 more car to go for him to get that lucky dog. Only problem is that's going to be his teammate. Oh, Ginty moving Logic out of the way. Logic with the switchback. Back to the inside. Gets into Ginty a little bit there. Vento. About 8 tenths now. gained here in the last little bit. He might be getting Junior's draft here in just a lap or two. He might be catching up to Radiant. Oh, man. And these guys are racing about as hard as they were earlier now. Losing Radiant as they all are just racing each other a little bit. I mean, every position counts. But Barry's still up there.
The last 50 laps of the race.
Mm-hmm. I guess,
Only 52 to go.
yeah. At this point, what point do you transition from trying to get the lucky dog to just trying to get the best position you can? Vento now caught up with Junior. Will they let Avento pass without issue? Oh, Ginty will.
Ginty will.
Whether Junior wanted that or not. Well, Ginty now on the inside. Vento giving him a tap here. I don't know.
I don't think Avento's too happy about that move.
No, I don't think he liked... Oh, they get caught together into the wall. What in the world? These two are not liking each other all of a sudden. And there goes Ginty. Vento gets past. Not without an instant. 50 to go. Coming up on 49. Now 49 to go. Alpha 2 seconds in front of Radiant. Pulling away from Barry. Vento now in Logic's draft. Oh, yeah, let's take a look at the points again. Just Vento right now in third. He's been slowly gaining, getting a bigger lead here in the point standings. It's gonna get farther away from Nanners at least here. He catches up to Radiant, trying to get farther away from everybody in the points. I think Alpha might gain a little bit though, with how he's been driving. I feel like Alpha's gonna be fourth in points by the end of today's race. Ginty with some question marks, and Vento just telling him to get out of the way. Vento now to Logic, and Vento will get past Logic. We'll see if Logic actually helps out Vento. Oh.
Dude. I'm not even going to have his self-serving.
What happened? Did
Junior went wide out of 2 and slammed Ginty into the wall and then just fell back.
Oh. We'll see if Avento can catch up to Radiant. Radiant's getting Barry's draft right now. Is Alpha from Tennessee?
Nope. Alpha's from
Where's he from?
Virginia,
Oh yeah, Virginia.
I believe.
It's not too far away, but definitely not hometown.
No, the hometown hero is currently sitting in second. We'll see how long.
Yeah, 2.2 seconds back. I mean, at what point do you start going? Or at what point would you start going, Yummy?
Going for the win?
Yeah.
Oh. With a track like this, I'd be going about now. I'd be going about now.
Yeah.
50, 40 to go. I would just start going for it.
Start pushing as hard as you can.
Unless the fuel was like a really big concern, if I knew I had enough in the tank, I'd be going for it about now.
Yeah. Leave coming up on 40 to go next time by. Yeah. Yep, 40 to go. I don't know how much Alpha's fuel conserving. Radiant within 2 seconds. It's gained a couple of tenths. Vento struggling to get past the 7.
Yeah, the 7 just keeps pushing him back.
Vento's saying thank you. So maybe...
I think that's a bit sarcastic.
Maybe a little bit.
Considering the situation.
No, Barry lets Radiant by.
Yeah, I mean, well, now he's really starting to drop back, and Vento needs his draft.
I mean, yeah, when you're a lap down and you gotta let the car behind you by, I mean, it's pretty disrupting.
Yeah,
It hurts you for a lap or two till you kind of get back into that rhythm. Because I mean, like, you're on your own. You're just running lap after lap
Ginty gets
on your own
in.
line with the Ginty.
Yeah, Ginty goes wide there in 3 and 4. It's gonna lose
Brings Logic
logic
with him.
sometime. Yeah. Avento's probably like, Barry, can you just slow down a little bit more so I can get your draft? Just a little bit more.
I think he's just on the border of it.
Might be getting it now. Barry maybe did drop back a little bit there. I don't know. He's right on that line of draft. Radiant losing time to Alpha. Alpha just seems to have the better car. Or just the better line. He's figured this track out. And we know how much these drivers practice. I mean, Aventa was in here all day. Like, he was in here for hours and hours. And he's only been able to get up to 3rd here. He led a couple of laps on the restart, but I mean, he's gaining a bit by bit on Radiant. Got into the wall there. I'll slow him down a little bit. He's been gaining a little bit by bit.
Vento, if I see you in the wall like that again, I'm gonna upgrade that penalty.
Oh, that's not what we want, because that would just ruin the race for Avento. So Avento now got to be really careful. He's had those warnings. Had a grid drop. Alpha continuing the pull away. It's about the same amount of time from Radiant to an Alpha. I mean, I don't know if it was strategy, but Radiant's been pulling either the same amount of time. Whoa, I heard cars going. Someone slammed into the wall and then came back down.
I think it was either Ginty or Lodge. I'm not sure who hit the wall.
I think Ginty hit the wall. I don't know. I wasn't looking. I heard a car squealing though. Ooh.
Bumper lock.
Oh. 30 to go here at Nashville.
Nashville. I'm a bit skeptical by that one.
The Volunteer State 190. You know something funny? You know what? I'll say it later. I don't want to jinx anybody.
Your mystical powers.
I don't know how I have them. Maybe if I deafen, no one's gonna hear it. No one hears it.
I really do think it's just about they hear it and then they start tensing up. I think that's what the commentator curse really is.
Yep. Logic and Ginty really battling here. This is for 5th. I mean, 5th place points is definitely nice, but yeah, Nanners really needs it, and Logic's trying to come back in the points. He is, he is currently 83 points behind Avento. Out 59 points behind Alpha. Definitely won't be gaining on Alpha, but will be probably, well, actually he'll be gaining on CHVan, I know that. But definitely maybe wants to hold off the 8 car.
CHVan missing a race tonight.
Yeah, and just I didn't think he would. I didn't hear anything from him.
Yeah, that's the thing. We haven't heard anything from him.
Yeah, like just unexpected absence. Vento's, again, I think he's Radiant slowly gaining. He got about a half a second closer to Alpha. But at the rate that he's going, he probably won't be up to Alpha until past the 200 mark. He's got Barry behind him to help him out on the straightaways. But we'll see. Genty going wide. Logic with the switchback. And coming up for next season, we're already a silly season, definitely already coming into play.
Yeah,
Team
starting
owners
tomorrow alongside the opening of the Game Hub licenses and signings will officially start opening up.
Mm-hmm.
And then things can start being set in stone.
Mm-hmm. With the season not yet over, I mean, we'll see if anyone makes a wrong decision.
We've seen it before. It's come to 20 to go.
20 laps to go. Radiant lost a 10th on Alpha. Vento slowly gaining these guys just aren't gaining enough time.
The margins are so small on a track like this.
Mm-hmm. You need to be
Nope.
If you want to go, you better start going now. I mean, you should have been starting to go earlier, but I think everyone's going now. We'll see if anyone runs out of fuel, though. Looking at fastest times, Genty with the fastest time. A 10th faster than Radiant. Over a 10th faster. Wonder if that's a legitimate lap.
You know, I'm starting to wonder if Barry isn't trying to help Radiant. Trying to give him those bumps and straights.
Oh, well, that's not where you want to give a bump to a guy. Nah, yeah, that was not the bump I don't think Radiant wanted.
Or needed.
Again, you gotta be careful with these bumps in the corners. Vento now really starting to gain time. He's gotten about a second worth of a time, second closer. The last couple of laps, Barry is putting Radiant up the racetrack.
As Alpha's pulling into the pits.
Uh-oh. Alpha into the pits. He
And
speeds! He speeds in pit lane! This dramatically
raced
changes everything. This is a drive... But Alpha's gonna have a drive-through. Oh my goodness. Maybe they can't make it to the end.
That is devastating.
That is...
But that means that there's currently a fight for first.
That... Alpha will go a lap down. The field mostly... Yeah. Battle for first
Yeah.
of Vento.
A drive
He's been
through
gaining.
for Alpha for a
Oh,
pit lane
man.
violation.
Such a dominant night. Going up in
Don't
flames.
do it again.
Oh, and he misses pit lane. This is not what Alpha needs.
Alpha will miss out on win number 3 of the season.
Oh my goodness. Vento
So now
now.
we'll see 10 cautions with
Oh no.
with just 12 laps remaining.
Vento getting past Barry. No.
That is.
I mean, do you want to help your teammate or do you want to help your team owner? That's what Barry's decisions are right now. Teammate or team owner, or do you just leave them go together? Bumps.
I would let him go.
Barry bumps. Gives a bump to Vento.
Personal experience. That's the last thing that you want to get involved in. Is being a lapped car, meddling with the win.
I mean, we saw
That's
this
a good
happen.
way to. That's a good way to get yourself wrecked in the next couple of races.
We saw this with Hedge, but Hedge kind of just
But
not showing up.
I have a feeling about what's about to happen.
Uh-huh. Vento's slowing up. Or kind of slowing up a Vento here. He's getting in the way. He's giving him bumps. And they're at the corner, and now they're both going to go wide. Alpha. Now to the back of the 38. 2 laps down. Who is he going to help?
Oh, Barry.
Barry really bumping that 97. Is this a... Man. And now Radiant starting to pull away. Barry goes late into turn 3. He is really getting into the way of that 97 car.
That's... no.
And I have a bad feeling that something's going to happen to the 17 car. A Vento coming into the pits.
Black flag for the 17. Reckless driving. Will be grid drop a next restart.
Grid drop for
Next
Barry.
incident gets it upgraded.
With next incident getting it upgraded, that you don't see that getting thrown up there.
That was shitty. That was a real shitty move.
Mm-hmm. Sabotaging your teammate. We know that Radiant feels saved in the past, but everyone else in the front's had the pit. Can he make it to the end? He's got Alpha behind him helping. I wonder what the conversation at All-Star Racing is going to look like after this race. Four to go, coming up on 3. Radiant up front. Alpha behind him, 2 laps down. Barry is the next car. I mean, look at the field. This is I think this is the only second time in MRL history that we've had the entire field a lap down except the leader.
But I mean, that's due to fuel strat.
This is this is down to fuel strategy. I mean, I believe we've seen this before this season, but I don't think we're gonna see it finishing like this season. 2 to go.
I'm still in awe of what happened with Barry, and that's just not it. That is not what you do to your fellow drivers.
And here we go,
I'm
white
truly
flag.
Speechless. It's white flag. This race is finalized.
You know you've messed up when Yummy is telling you off. So we'll see conversations maybe at All-Star Racing, but Radiant able to make it to the end. Alpha wall rides to 3 and 4. Radiant's gonna win at his hometown a second time. In the same car too. I gotta say, Radiant with the second fastest car. Alpha showing his oh, did he just run out? Did you just run out, Radiant? Guys, don't cross the line yet.
Stop crossing the line.
Gotta remember, hey, what we do after a race is not cross the line. Vento, don't cross the line.
Whatever, I have to go back to my recording anyways. That was something else.
That was a something else move. Alpha was stuck there for a minute.
What do you mean you're stuck?
He was stuck on the tire barrier.
Oh.
Well, the dry spell is over for Radiant. As
Radiant. Go do your burnouts.
I think he needs a new car. Oh, no, he's got it. There he goes.
That was...
Get off of the 38, please. Caliph? Thank you. As Radiant's gonna burn it down. Here it is, home track. Oh, Barry's getting a little bit involved. Oh man, it is smoky back here. That is burnouts. Oh, he's still going. There he goes. Oh, I pressed E again. I better get out of the spectate menu anyway. Oh, there's Coma. Coma's here too.
All right.
Radiant puts his car here in victory lane. It is very bright right there. I mean, there's extra lights put there for a reason. Radiant will take home the PNG trophy. Let's get him up here.
No, I want PNG trophies. PNG trophies are cool.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hello, Radiant. How are you feeling?
Hello. I'm feeling great. I mean, obviously I am. I just won my home race again.
Yeah.
Second time in a row.
Guys, stop messing with the 38 car.
No, they can mess. They can mess with it. I'm just gonna put it back. They don't have any other way to get over here.
I guess, yeah. So, how did you do it?
Mostly just fuel strategy. Coma, who was being my crew chief for this race, he gave us a wonderful fuel strategy where we hit at the, wasn't it a lap 40 caution? I'll have to go back and check, but we put at that caution early in the race, and then we just had enough fuel to make it to the end because of the fuel window.
Yeah, it was lap 62. Just enough fuel. Maybe, yeah, so it was a strategic plan to stay behind Alpha all that time.
Yes.
Okay.
I was planning on letting him win, but you know,
Yeah.
he had to pit, so
yeah, he had
that
to
was
pit.
unfortunate.
Had to pit, and then he had that extra drive through, so he will be finishing unofficially 7th. I mean, how would you rate the race? I mean, you were up front a lot.
I mean, obviously, I might be a little biased.
Oh, yeah,
but,
of course.
I'd rate it a great 9 out of 10. Would be perfect race, but from what my teammates were saying over the radio, I think there might have been some chicanery in the back.
Yeah, I mean, did you have...
Especially with that.
Continue.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
No, what I'm saying isn't important.
Okay. So did you have communication with your teammates there? On those
With
last couple
the two
laps?
of them, yeah. I was able to talk to Barry and Logic because they both were also having Coma as their crew chief, and Alpha was too. We were able to talk to him, but we had to do it through Coma.
Yeah, so, I mean, do you know exactly what happened there with Barry?
No, not really. I think he might have stopped paying attention a little bit, but he did seem shocked when it happened. But other than that, he ran a great race today.
All right, Yummy, you got any questions?
Nope.
Well, I'm Radiant. This is definitely going to be a big bump for you in the points. You've been definitely needing it here recently. So
Yeah, and surprising that I was able to finish a lap ahead of second place, but you know,
right?
guess
Yeah,
that's
a
just
whole
how
lap.
pits worked out.
Yeah, definitely one of the only few drive. I think you're the second driver to ever do that here in MRL to finish in
Who was the
front.
first?
I think it was Flat last season at Martinsville.
Oh,
I think he was the last driver to completely lap a field, and although I'm not entirely sure, he might. Be
I mean,
the
it
first.
sounds right. I'm pretty sure it was flat at Martinsville because I remember that.
Oh, you were in the lead lap evento, so you might be the first. driver to ever do that.
Evento was not on. Oh, at Martinsville. Oh yeah, he was at the lead on the lead lap at Martinsville because I intent wrecked him to make the race more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
At Martinsville, not here.
Yeah.
But,
you might be the first. That's definitely impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, we know that you're great at field strategizing, so.
Yeah, well, couldn't have done it without Como. I was planning on going the whole thing on a single tank with just letting off a bit on the straights until he gave us a good fuel strategy. So
Definitely not a one-man show here. Well, congratulations on the win. Anything else to add to tonight?
nope, not really.
All right. Well, back to hell, and congratulations again. All right, Yomi, who should I interview next? I want to hear your.
I think we should hear from Avento.
Avento, yeah. Let's see. Let's get Avento up here. Avento, where are you? Oh, there you are.
Few things to say. First of all, I'm gonna pull a season 3 and ignore that I have teammates except casual, at least from now. Also, teammate awards of the year. Barry, good job. Good job. Very good helping. Almost wrecking ourselves in the last 10 laps. Good job. You deserve the prize. So later on, I want you to say what do you think about this prize. Now continue.
Sorry, what was that last part there? You want to see what he said? Hold on, I'm going back right now. I want to. So, what happened between you and Barry there in those last few laps?
I don't even know. Try to pass him and then, just wrecks me and went on it.
See, what lap was that on?
I think 194.
94? Yeah, 194. Yeah, and then didn't have enough fuel to end it out.
Could have saved fuel if I didn't have every lap car trying to just build a wall and not letting me pass.
Yeah. Would you like to see a replay event? So I don't know if I have a great angle on it, but would you like to see a replay of lap 194?
Nah, I think yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see it later. I think.
Let's see if I had a good angle on it. Give me 1 second. So again,
It was the last corner, by the way.
It was the one before this?
No, it was the last corner.
Okay,
of this
so-
lap, I think. Or it was oh no, it was 193. I think.
Oh, yeah,
Just
it was
194.
193. Oh. But yeah, you two were definitely battling for position here. Oh yeah, he just went wide.
Position or a lap car. Just think I lost half a second there. But anyway, another thing I'm gonna say it's I feel sorry for Alpha because he deserved the win. And the race winner, AK Raiden, cannot even disagree. He was in another league, and how about Radiant in the before first caution? Just did at the best. Raced. If you're mad at that it didn't help you, womp womp. I don't know if I have anything else to say. Oh yeah, Logic. If you wanna race hard, which I know they want to have the style of it, at least respect the other driver and use the brakes.
Yeah, you and
you're not
Logic were definitely battling.
if you want to wreck someone, then a driver that is a bit aggressive, then expect you to also getting the same treatment. If you want to not use the brakes, send someone, put him into nearly the wall, and pass, and think everything is gonna be fine. No, you're wrong.
Um,
Great race,
Yeah.
great race from AK, my team. Not my team, Radiant's team. Just a little bit mad over two drivers. But Alpha, he was the fastest. And Radiant, he's not technically my teammate because he's from Team and Motorsports and not from Also Racing. And I think that's everything that I gotta say.
hmm Well, unofficially, you are sixth, so definitely not performance we wanted. So I'm guessing your rating of the race might be a little bit biased, but on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate tonight?
My pace itself 7 for the amount of practice, the amount of racing 8, the amount of traffic 0. Traffic cars were like not knowing that the car in third place or second place were like just behind them and like just ignored him. Meanwhile, he keep slowing them down.
hmm Well, definitely not a performance we wanted. The performance you wanted tonight, Evento. Um, and some teammate struggles here at ASR.
That's
Anything
all.
else to add, or?
I've got one question. I mean, you have a pretty good reputation on being pretty good with the fuel strat. Do you think having to battle all of those lapped traffic kind of hurt you on the fuel strategy end?
Yeah, except yeah, he did it. Even I tried to overtake, then think, oh yeah, they're gonna like just back out a little bit and not ignore the finish because I wasted like 5 to 7 laps because I had to overtake drivers that wouldn't even make me gain any type of points. So congrats to all the lap scores.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
unfortunate.
Except for
Wow.
Junior. Junior was the only one that he at least his brain a little bit. And
hmm
about the rest, give the position. Okay?
All right,
Yeah.
Evento. Well, I'm gonna send you back down to the audience. Um.
Think get Alpha up here.
Oh yeah, Alpha.
I mean, that'll be 1.5.
So yeah, Alpha, you're up here. There you are. Where are you going?
Man, fuck this shit.
What happened, Alpha? Oh, as you
Okay,
get
so
killed.
sadly, even though Coma was technically one of my like crew chiefs, I wasn't on the exact same fuel strat, and I feel like I used too much fuel, just like going out there and wanting to lead all the laps. So I had to pit, okay, and I thought guaranteed top 3, I don't care. Dumbass decides to almost miss pit road. Fucking speed.
Speed. I mean, you definitely had the dominant car tonight. You were, at one point, nearly 12 seconds in front of the field. I mean, just that one little mistake, and then what happened on that drive-through? You nearly missed pit road.
I don't know. I was already mad enough that I did that to myself, so I wasn't really paying attention.
Yummy, you got any questions?
What are your opinions on the current state of ASR?
I think I don't know if what Barry did was intentional, but I think it's all right. Besides the Evento situations and all that, like Coma would be a great addition to the team.
Definitely something to look at.
coming into next season. I mean, obviously you had that big issue with the pits. I mean, did you? I don't even know what to ask at the moment.
Yeah, I feel like
Um,
my championship's over.
Right.
yeah, I
Well,
mean, yeah, that was a
I don't want
big
to sound like
that was a big
CH
mess up
because
tonight.
yeah. Cause
I don't want to sound like
yeah, unofficially, officially, because there's no way that they could change 7th place, 2 laps down. Here, let me put the technically unofficial results on screen.
yeah, I don't want to
Just
I don't want to sound like CH because Lime Rock is coming up, but I had a dominant car today. Dominant car at Richmond both ended in disaster, so I don't know about Lime Rock at this point.
yeah, I mean, you were looking
Uh-oh.
forward on Lime Rock, as I mean, you said that you're good at road courses, good at uh, just skill based tracks. So definitely, today's definitely a demotivator, but I mean, you were extremely fast. I mean, it's just a one mistake, right? I think you can get back up and like you can recover. I think you can recover.
I'll pass
As
CH at least, but that's not really. That just feels like a consolation prize.
yeah. I mean, anything else? Yummy Alpha?
Nope.
Nope. All right. Well, it's definitely not the day Alpha was looking for. 7th place finish. Back to hell. Um. Anything else you want to bring up, Yummy? I do want to experiment a little bit after the stream with maybe a post race show. I'll have to see if Coma's up
Yeah,
for that.
can't think of anybody who I would want to see up here for an interview. Not tonight. But good showing tonight. Had some pretty interesting racing out there. Definitely one for the books. This is Nashville
Mm-hmm.
always produces great racing. Um, but thank you guys. Thank you to the drivers that showed up tonight. As always, great to see you guys coming out here. To people watching the stream, make sure you like, subscribe. Thank you for watching in general. Make sure to throw down a comment down below. Helps us push us out through the algorithm and all that jazz. We will, of course, hopefully be here tomorrow night for the opening ceremony of our newly built game hub. So make sure you're watching out for that. And of course, we'll be here next week for racing once again for D3, D2, and D1. But until then, we'll see you later.
All right, stay tuned for the MRL pre-race show. That's coming up in just a couple minutes. Welcome back, everybody, to Nashville Super Speedway. We're going to be doing something a little bit different tonight. A post-race. That's different, right? So we'll try this out. We got Koma and Yomi here in the voice chat. So,
You just got two.
Nope.
I'm back.
Oh, sorry.
Welcome back.
We might have been talking about something.
we were talking. We were doing
talking about
chatting.
Just chatting a little bit.
Chatting.
Yomi, you want to join me and Koma over here in Victory Lane? Or Alpha's here
sure,
too. We'll just stand in. Theoretically, here. Actually, I got a better idea. Let's go over to let's go to Bemis's thing. We'll just all sit here.
Yeah, it's got a nice color to it.
Yeah.
It's just blank.
Just blank. All right. So, overall, what do you guys think about tonight?
I mean, it's Nashville.
Nashville, yeah, right. The race that
It
never disappoints.
produces good racing. It's made itself one of the crown jewels on the schedule, and we're seeing why.
Right?
Yeah, we got to talk about the elephant in the room. Alpha. Man.
Alpha, man.
What a hero to zero story. Oh my god. As his crew chief, I was so heartbroken. I mean, I was already devastated the fact that he had to pit because I messed up his strategy. I wasn't paying attention to him enough. So as a crew chief, I was already just kicking myself. And I told him, coming to the back, was like, all right, calm down, don't speed. And I saw him coming into turn 3 way too hot. At first, I thought he was gonna hit the pit wall, but oh man, I saw the red LED coming off that hood, and I was like,
Yeah,
man.
I saw him mess up the entry, and I'm like, uh-oh, this could be bad. You know, I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, he's just gonna have a slow stop. It's gonna cost him a lot of time, and then he sped back up. It was hard to watch.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh, that is a lobster. Hold on.
What?
I was sorry.
Okay.
I was DMing somebody. I tried to do like the praying hands, but it put in a lobster.
Oh man.
Yeah. Just from leading the race 11 seconds ahead of everybody to 2 laps down last.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Oh, Junior's joining us.
Oh, we got Radiant behind us
there
too.
goes. Everyone wants to be with us tonight.
Everybody wants a piece in it.
See, I
Look,
mean,
Mama Famous.
I wouldn't say it was the most exciting race tonight, but definitely had a lot of things going on.
We had our fair bit of action.
Mhm.
Oh, you want to talk about exciting? We can take a look back to Barry, Ginty,
Barry.
and Junior.
Barry Ginty Jr.
That-
They
Let's
just
just say,
Agree.
Barry, I really hope you're listening to this. Well done, because I thought you were gonna blow a fuse multiple times tonight. Because the way Ginty especially was just hitting them around like a pinball. I thought Barry was just gonna lose it and turn hard right, but he kept his composure and started to pull away from him. So, definitely gonna need some training up for next season in the mid pack. Because at this division, there's really no reason to just be banging each other like that. Take that context as you will.
I was gonna say something about it. Yeah. But I mean, those 3, yeah, going together. I mean, I wasn't expecting them to work together too well, but I guess at one point they were just like, well, there's no way gaining on Avento and Radiant. Let's just battle it out.
Right. And speaking of Vento and Radiant winning his home race again.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say it was. It'd be misspeaking to say Radiant was probably one of the favorites coming into the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
He did win here last season, and I mean it was pretty well won. Radiant was up, definitely one of the fastest cars out there today.
It's kind of a weird thing. He's never the fastest car here at Nashville. He's just there at the right time, because last season Avento wrecked out, and that's what gave him the win. And tonight,
that is what
a mistake was
Radiant
made.
does, though.
Yeah,
he's just Mr. Consistent, right? He's just always up there. Maybe not be the shining star, but when it opens up.
Avento caught a little mistake I made. Oops. I don't
This
know
is
who
in fact not
it
Talladega.
is. Yeah, this is not Talladega, but yeah.
Really?
But
I mean,
yeah,
we're not that far.
what happened? What happened with All Star Racing?
I don't know. I mean,
I know
I've
that
got a little
Barry-
bit of
that
insight.
is a whole rabbit hole to get into.
I have a little bit of an insight considering I had the entirety minus Evento in my ear the entire race. This is our debut of our VC crew chief strategy. Overall, it went pretty well. I'm gonna have to talk to Radiant about order of chain when it comes to the VC, but other than that, it went pretty smooth. Everyone was working well together eventually. In the beginning, it took a long time. I mean, it is Nashville. It's hard to work together. You can't really
God.
bump drafts because it's, you bump them off the
Yeah.
track. But for our main strategy coming in, and everybody knew this, including Alpha, was to just play passive, keep our nose clean, avoid penalties and warnings. We ended it with a driver getting a drive-through, unfortunate with logic. We had multiple grid drops with Barry. I don't know about Radiant. I don't know about that one.
Radiant kept it fairly clean
Yeah,
tonight.
he
And
kept it clean.
I think Evento also had a grid drop. So perhaps the plan went a little awry, but all things considered, it could have gone a lot worse.
Did you guys see Jinty's fuel?
Definitely.
Yes, I did.
Right on the line. This is
I
Jinty's
don't
fuel.
even know.
He was on fumes. That looks like my fuel gauge when I was at Charlotte. Like
Exactly.
Oh my
Yeah, I was
goodness.
gonna say the
I mean,
same thing.
we were talking about it, during the race. Are these guys going to be able to make it? I mean, some of them didn't.
No.
We saw Alpha had to pit. Unfortunately, had that mistake. Vento also. I think he would have made it had he not had to fight his way through that traffic. I really do. Because when you're fighting somebody and you end up just using more fuel. I mean, that's something that I've done with crew chiefing in the past, is that if I know, my drivers are good on fuel and maybe another driver's struggling a bit, push them. Get them into, an uncomfortable spot where they're using more fuel, where they're trying to maneuver around your cars. It just consumes more and it gives you an advantage if you have that extra bit of fuel.
Mm-hmm. Fuel is a weird thing. I mean, I thought 140 was a lot, but I think that played out. I think that played out perfectly for the ending.
Yeah, it played out perfectly for a lot of these guys.
And also was a downfall for a lot of these guys too.
Maybe just two of them, but
yeah, because the biggest thing was, Alpha had some problems with his voice chat, so he had to stay in the main broadcast. So I was communicating with him through chat, and I mean, you saw how dominant he was. I was like, "You're making my job as easy as ever. Just I got nothing to tell you. Keep on going." Little did I know, he was hauling the mail throughout the entire track, not caring at all about saving. Which is why he was going for fastest lap or something. He kept asking me what the fastest lap. I was like, all right, Verstappen, calm down. Just finish the race.
Speaking of, who got fastest lap?
It was Jinty.
Surprisingly.
And that's a legitimate lap?
I don't
questionable.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Way.
I mean,
I'm not too sure about that one.
all the rest of the
there'll have to
times
be
are pretty
some
close together.
Yeah, all the rest of the times are in the same range, and then we have that one outlier all the way up there, and somebody who was in the back all day.
Perhaps that's not exactly
I'm not
accurate.
too sure about that one.
Yeah, we'll see if that one's. I mean, otherwise, Radiant could have swept.
He could have. I mean, we will see.
I don't know.
Well, Alpha got pole, so I don't think he could have swept.
No,
what?
Radiant got pole.
Yeah, Radiant got pole.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
Oh, my bad game.
I mean, speaking of pole, let's talk about those restarts. Logic. I don't know what was wrong with him today. He just couldn't get the restarts down. I mean, we only had what?
Two
cautions. You only had 3 tries, but each one there was a mishap.
And also, something went wrong in turn 4 almost every time. Someone ended up going too wide coming in the front stretch. So
yeah,
we did our best to keep everyone in line, but some people just want to go when it's not time to go.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. I mean, it's just unfortunate, but it's just one of those things that we got to see those rookies start to get up to speed with this stuff, especially with more rookies coming in next season. Coma, you're one of them.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
luckily, new regulations, different car chassis next season. It's going to make things a hell of a lot different. I mean, the cars are going to be driving completely different. Pacing should be a lot easier for these
Oh, yeah.
guys. May seem be the introduction of too wide pacing. Not too sure about that, but
We'll
just
see.
maybe
We might have to.
Not after tonight.
after
Yeah.
tonight. They must have been trying it out tonight
Yeah.
without their running. But
I mean, also let's talk maybe a little bit about the other divisions that raced this weekend. D3 pretty eventful, but just unfortunate occurrences, things happening for Artura and then Chip getting disqualified or getting suspended for the rest of the season.
yeah, I mean, we've been dealing with Chip for a while. We knew he had some issues kind of listening to race control, and sure enough, it came around, bit him in the rear.
Mm-hmm.
And then Artura, just unfortunate. I mean, he's just got to get. I mean, he's got the pace. We see it time and time again. He was racing up there. He just doesn't have the luck.
Doesn't have the luck, and I don't think he has the attitude either. Like he has that attitude of I have a life. I shouldn't this is not a thing I should be worrying about. And drivers that have that mentality don't usually get very far. I mean,
yeah. I mean, it's understandable for that kind of mind point, but when you have that mind point, but you're still trying to show up and win races, it just
it's
pick one or the other.
Exactly.
one or the other.
You care, but you say you don't care, which it doesn't make sense. Either if he didn't care and he rarely showed up and only raced when he could, fair enough. Everyone's got a life. This is probably low on a decent amount of people's priorities. But he shows up. He tries to go to the next division. He's trying to move up. He's trying to make a name for himself. Yet he says he doesn't care. It's a contradictory. It's a conflict of interest.
Definitely. I could see him definitely getting into D2 next season. D2 and D1, the days that they're held on are a bit more forgiving for some of these guys who maybe don't always have the time for it. But yeah, he's just unlucky.
Yeah. But that 10 car's fast. Like,
oh yeah,
my goodness.
Oh yeah. No practice too.
You're right.
One of the younger prospects that we're seeing come up through these younger divisions, alongside him, Money, if he could start showing up more, he's up there as well. Bryce, I've raced against him in other divisions, and I'll be honest, didn't think much of him in those other divisions, but he's come here and he's put on a show. Won his debut at Phoenix.
I think Avento's doing.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I've got a funny story with Bryce actually. Bryce was the one who got me into row racing. After we were in a row stock session, he invited me to his one of his leagues, and I'll be honest, just like Yummy, I was racing with him, and I was like, man, this guy's not the greatest. He's a little dirty, doesn't really show much respect. I raced with him in rack with Yummy, and a little disrespectful. He does run the 3, so kind of makes sense. But I mean, you see him in MRL, and
he cleans it up.
He's clean. He's respectful. He's fast. He's patient. I mean, just a complete 180. So it's amazing what a little discipline and a little officiating it can do for a driver.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'll talk about this, pretty often. I mean, if you're in a division, if you're in a league or a division, where you can exploit the rules a bit more, there's a bit more leniency. I mean, drivers typically take advantage of that. I know a lot of our D1 guys, they go into these other, leagues and a bit more lenient on these things, and they can get wild, right? I've seen these guys get out of control, but they bring it back here on the racetrack and it's under control. So I really think every driver has the capacity to do it. It's just the mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. It's where they're gonna do it. It's as long as they're following the rules, and they're forced to, Because there's one thing of setting rules and there's another of enforcing them. And if anyone's ever driven MRL, Yummy has shown you the difference.
Yeah. Do you think? Let's go back to D1 just for a moment. Do you think Nanners is making the right decisions for next season? As we basically know that Genty's going to D or the D1 in Nanners team, and then Casual.
Casual recently announced.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want the PR answer or the real answer?
I want the real answer. This is post race.
So, yes and no. With Casual, minus the D2 race here, which we may or may not talk about, has really impressed me as a D2 driver, and I'll be very happy to run alongside him in D1, hopefully ahead of him. Ginty, on the other hand, I feel Nanners has a much stronger alternative motives than his driving skills, so we'll see what comes of that.
Yeah, I mean, both are decent midfield drivers. I do, especially in D2. Ginty, has he won a race? Let me go check.
He won Auto Club.
Yeah. He won Auto Club, yeah.
So he's a
Ginty's already
winner.
won a race in D2. Casual's gotten close. I definitely think Casual could do it by the end of the D2 season.
Oh yeah.
But coming into D1, they both have the same issues that the likes of CH Fan and Logic had at the beginning of this season. They just gotta clean the acts up, right? I mean, yeah, we just talked about the mindset, but it takes a while to to truly build that up and understand it. Okay, this isn't right. I could get away with this. I can't get away with that. So it's just finding the balance. But coming into next season, everybody's going to have a sort of even playing field. So it'll be interesting to see where they fall in. But Casual, I think it was a shock to hear that he was going to LSR. Rumors suggested he was. I mean, it was to me. He's got a lot of ties with Alpha and his team. So that was my big guess for Casuals going. And the Ginty, you've been talking since Daytona about him going to Q's team and Bobux Racing, and then Bombshell. He's now
on LSR.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can't say that I expected it, but I do think both of them will fit in relatively well there. I think that's a good environment for those drivers to sit in and develop. Nanners is pretty good on like those kinds of personalities, getting them a bit more under control, helping them, steering them in the right direction. So I think it'll be a good environment for both of them going into next season.
I wonder where Kalof's gonna go.
Wait, Kalof has a spot?
Kalof, I mean, not to spoil anything.
I mean,
we're going to spoil anything. We're going to spoil something. I mean, as of the moment, we're going to be introducing a licensing system next season, kind of helping filter out those drivers that shouldn't be in a division, right? Kalof is one of those drivers. He unfortunately sitting below that cut line.
And let's hope he stays there.
Yeah.
Well, considering he is suspended for the rest of the season, he has no chance of getting up. So, yay!
Yeah.
I didn't even realize this, but Ginty got third.
Yeah, unofficially, Ginty classified in third.
That really mixes up the point things, because Avento got second to last. He did not get a good amount of points. Radiant got a ton. Nanners, because of Ginty, got a good amount. I think the points battle is coming back together now. I mean, not for Alpha, but
unofficially finished. Sixth, right?
Yeah, sixth, I believe. So I think
points gap would be near. It'd be about 3.
3.
Or no, not 3. About 5. Around somewhere around there. 3 or 5.
5. That's
between Avento and Nanners, and then Radiant finally getting the break he needed. He's been struggling.
Yeah, he's been struggling. I think it's
Gotta
just.
Be honest.
I think it was getting to him. Just like race after race after race, just getting worse and worse and worse. I think it was starting to really get to him.
Boost.
I think this is going to be, hopefully it's a turning point, but this is definitely a motivational boost.
Yeah, and speaking of motivation, D2 last week, Nashville Fairgrounds the underdog of underdogs wins it. Maybe by a bit precarious means, but I mean,
let's I mean,
segue. It's important because I mean, yeah, he won it. Maybe not purely off of pace, but at the end of the day, he's still classified in first. But then we come to Nashville Super Speedway this last night, D2. I was impressed. Before he had, later race fall off and I do believe an incident, he was up there. Like, he was genuinely fighting up there.
He led for a long time.
Yeah, he was leading laps.
He looked like me for a while. I mean, granted, there might have been slight match fixing, but
yeah,
we let him have his fun.
But seriously, I was impressed with Do. I think that confidence boost is going to help him a lot. I mean, this is his first league. This is his 10th race, right? He had come in on level 0, ground 0, and we're seeing him develop. I genuinely think he has the potential to at least go somewhere. I don't know where, but we're seeing that he has the capability of improving, of developing. He's just got to get. I think a lot of it comes down to the device he's on. He races on mobile.
He's on mobile, which really sucks because honestly, props to him. He practices more than me. I mean, everyone in MRL who knows me knows that I sipped ungodly hours of the night. And being the crew chief or just someone to help, I'm often on any racetrack trying to get information for anyone who needs it. And at 2, 3, 4 in the morning, guess who's in the session with me? It's Do. So, I mean, if he can get off of his device and really get some better equipment, who knows where he'll go.
Yeah. But, Dan also, D2 Nashville Super Speedway, had a good result, finished 20th, had the fastest lap, too. Nearly got on pole, got beaten out by Casual through some means. Of course, Coleman, you're not really interested in qualifying D2 at the moment.
Well, actually, funny enough, you should say that because I found out that Flat's record is currently tied with mine. So I might just qualify one of these times to break the record, and then I'll go back to warming up my
Fair
tires.
enough.
gotta
Fair enough.
beat
And
some
then-
records.
Yeah. I would be in the Hall of Fame if Yummy included D2.
Nope. But and then Casual, tough break at D2 this weekend as well. Had that late caution really hurt him on that restart. He just couldn't get around the traffic and unfortunately finished up in 4th.
Yeah, I was very surprised at that because all week, Casual was practicing, and I was in session. He was even faster than me. I mean, he had a better solo time than I did. I was really looking forward to getting into a battle with him. And he just, I don't know if he got caught up in traffic or he just wasn't there on the day, but he fell back.
I think
it's
that's
just
what it was.
another one of those experience things is just understanding how to get through that traffic quickly and efficiently. And that's just something that you can't just be told. You can get pointers, but you've just got to go out there and learn.
Yeah, exactly.
But, best place to do it is in D2. So, he's just got to keep up at it.
Yep.
Overall, Nashville Super Speedway, it was a good race, good showing. A lot of people have that racetrack in pretty low regards, in all honesty, They call it a Super Speedway, and it's nowhere close.
It definitely delivered, for sure.
But it
was fun to race, definitely.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if it could get a spot in the D1 schedule next season, but it's a tight schedule, so we'll see.
See, we're coming up D3 Richmond next week on the bus schedule. It is Charlotte next week. That should be fun to watch. And then
D2?
That was D2 for Charlotte. Yep. And then the Lime Rock. Isn't that a road course?
Yes,
Lime Rock Motorsport Park. Yeah.
It is a very difficult one as well. A lot of repeated, turns, chicanes, S's, all those sorts.
And barely any walls. Yeah. There's a lot of grass.
Oh, yeah, but where the walls are, they bite.
Yeah.
I've been doing, my fair bit of testing, trying to, iron it out and everything, and I'll tell you, it bites.
And I've
you,
raced it.
you mess up, if you're going straight in that wall, and you're gonna be lucky if you stay on the right side of it.
Yeah, I've raced it quite a bit in iRacing, and it can either be a very fun track or a very agonizing track. It just depends on the day. So it'll be interesting to see how these guys do.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Well, I think we should start maybe to wrap it up so we can
Yeah.
get something done tonight.
Perhaps. Yeah, it is
Get something
10:30.
done.
I'd
It's
like to eat in
10:30,
the next
yeah,
half hour.
Right.
Yep.
Well,
Well, we have 5 races left in the cup. Standings looking closer than ever. Obviously, we have to finish the standings after tonight, but I mean, it's looking like it's going to go down to Miami. D2 may as well go home, right?
yep.
Championship is expected to wrap up next week, but hey,
Don't
something
curse
could
me.
happen.
Don't curse me.
It's motorsports.
It's motorsports.
And then D3's constantly changing. You know, everybody may not be paying attention to the standings, but they're paying attention to race. So it'll be interesting to watch these new up and coming drivers develop, move through the ranks. But of course, that's not until next week.
Yep.
So until then, make sure you like and subscribe, throw a comment down below, help us push us out there. And of course, have a good night.